Hey everybody, this is Doing the Glasses and I'm streaming Puzz 3D as soon as I can get it working. Hey! Hey Merlin Temple! Merlin Temple says, I never thought to ask what Windows version you're using there. Is that a Windows 95 sound I just heard? It is because I'm running a Windows 95 emulator to play Puzz 3D. Let me get this up and you can see it in just a second. It crashed right as soon as I started my stream and I had to debug it. Where was I? Where is it? Where is it? How can I bring there? Nope, that's not it. There we go. So you can see it. Beep. Beep. There we go. So that's what the sound you're hearing is that. I'm not all drives. There we go. I have to do this little dance every time to get this to work, which is fine. I'm happy as long as it works. All right, and now I can just play. We can just start. Yeah, Windows 95, yes. One of my favorite Windows. Ribbit. Because it was so easy. I mean, comparatively, we need to boot stuff up in DOS all the time. C:\\. Like, just being able to look at files in that way was like a dream. I know there was Windows before Windows 95, but I think Windows 95 is the first operating system that my dad kind of downloaded that he let me mess around with. So it was basically just a front end on DOS. But it was so nice because if you ever had to mess with DOS straight up as a kid, it's like, oh crap, how do I run this? Dad, what am I typing in again? All right, this is obviously, since it's 4:08, yep. Here we go. Loading up. Yay! Okay, so Merlin, I don't know if were you here last week? I don't know if I explained what this game is. So basically this is, crap. It's Control F10, right? Yes, oh good. Let me move this a little bit. It doesn't quite, oops, nope, that's not what I wanted you to do, game. Thank you. Thank you for that. I didn't want you to do that. Can I make this a little bit smaller maybe? Nope, I can just erase parts of it. Yeah, you remember using commit to connect to BBSs in the internet, so very early. I had a Prodigy is what we had. There we go. I need to get this up. I want you to be able to see the buttons if it's possible. We had Prodigy. That was our pre-internet. I remember in the beginning they didn't charge per minute, and then later they started to charge per minute at kind of a dumb time. Like you get an unlimited plan or you could get a per minute plan. My parents always got the unlimited plan. And then at some point Prodigy changes to a per minute system like AOL, which was a bad move because the internet was right there, and as soon as the internet became a thing, and you could get internet service providers that didn't charge per minute. Anyway, moving on. This is what this game is. It's Puzz 3D Victoria Mansion. They actually made, I think, 4 or 5 of these games where basically what they did is create a way that you could build the puzzle on a computer game. But it's not just that, it's also a point and click. But how you get to the point and click is you have to complete the puzzle, and there's levels of puzzle. So what I didn't realize when I started off, and I'm sort of glad because I needed to be at the basic level because I'd never actually built a Puzz 3D in real life, is that if you go, I think the lowest level is bronze. So if you start bronze and you put together the puzzle, number one, the pieces are bigger, they're already sorted, there's things they do for you already. And you put together the whole house and you get little clues up here. There's like a murder mystery. And then you get to go into the house and talk to people in FMV and interact with them and try and solve the mystery. But you only get to go, if you only complete it in bronze, you only get to go to the first floor and you can't solve the whole mystery. Then you have to go to gold. When you go to gold, you can get to the second floor. But to actually complete the whole game, you have to complete it at platinum. And what I didn't realize when I first started playing is that if you go right to platinum, you'll get the run of the house. So if I knew what I was doing, I would have started with platinum. But instead, I built this thing on bronze, and I built it on silver, and then I'm like, what am I doing? I skipped gold, I went right to platinum. It's not bad. Like, if you like putting together puzzles, it's fun. And the FMV is not bad. The funniest thing is little videos and audio stuff comes up here. And it'll be stuff like the porch. Because it's Victorian era, so I'll talk about Victorian porches, which is really funny. So it's not too bad. Merlin says, my brother had a college internet connection, but it was all text-based. Imagine only using a browser with just text, tabbing through everything to click on links. And if there were pictures on a site, it was just all download links. So if the web designer didn't use an alternate text for images, you had no idea what you're downloading to look at. So it's not, this is my kind of, Saturday nights are usually my relax night where I just kind of, sometimes when you're playing point and clicks, you can get really frustrated with them because if you get stuck or if you're just like whatever. And this is kind of my relax game because really it's just putting together a puzzle. The FMV part is really fun, although a little poorly produced, but still fun. And figuring out who's poisoning, like somebody's fiance got poisoned. And then like 20 years later, the girl that he was engaged to, someone tried to poison her, we think. And so you're trying to solve that mystery. So that's fun too. I just wish I had known because it's like the third time I'm putting through this puzzle. And it's like platinum is really hard because the pieces are so small and they're not oriented in the right direction. There's all kinds of things they do to you. But I would have rather only put this together once. So I don't know. There's other ones. There's like the Orient Express they have. There's like a couple different ones and they're all different mysteries, which I think I will do more of these after I finish this. Possibly, maybe. Because it is fun to put together the puzzle and like talk to people. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I remember it's so funny when they first started putting, like websites used to be these like things with like a black background and sometimes weirdly colored text. And they were just whatever random thing. Like you could talk to people from Russia. You could talk to people from like all over the world. They were just sort of these really simple, cobbled together things. I remember like the first professional looking websites, like advertisements and stuff started to come up. And you're like, what? Whoa. What is that? I remember I'm looking up the first like fan sites for, I think it was like the James Marsden show, like Noah's Ark, which is a show I kind of liked. It really had weird overtones. And I remember seeing like, wow, there's a picture of him on this fan website. That's crazy. It was interesting. Pre-internet guys, we just, I don't know, we did other stuff. We played computer games not on the internet. Although sometimes you get like a connection with another computer and that was fun. You play little tank games and play with your friends. All right, so this is what I've got. You can see, let me see, construction site. Okay, this is what they mean. So this is what I have finished already. I finished the base and the porch, and like you can kind of hang things in space if you finish them. You can only put them in the gold box if they're completed, and then put them up. Hey, Awkward Aardvark. Oh, Awkward Aardvark says Orient Express is getting a bit too heavy to run on DOSBox. We need to install a virtual machine for it. Wow, that is not anywhere close to my skill set. Merlin Temple. Oh, the days of LAN parties. Yeah, exactly. When you type the phone line every time you're on the internet and your parents would yell at you because they've been trying to call home from work for the past 3 hours to tell you that they're stuck at work and you've been on the internet the whole time. All right, well, let's get into this and see what we're going to do. And we'll talk about whatever random stuff we usually talk about on a Saturday night. I'm excited. There's a new Lost in Space on Netflix, and it the queen of, well, it used to be the queen of 90s and early 2000s indie film is playing Dr. Smith, and it looks really good. Or they pick up the phone when you're on the internet and you just disconnected me. Yeah, and like that response would be like, well, no, you know, get off then. You had to write that line with like, you'd be so into what you were doing on whatever it was, like typing in a message board or whatever, and then your parents would ask you to get off, and if you knew, like, if your attitude was sucky, then you were going to get kicked off the internet for a lot longer than the couple of minutes it took them to do whatever they needed, like legitimate household things they needed to do. But then sometimes you're just so sucked into it, you're like, you forgot about that, and you mouthed off, and you're like, ah, crap. No more internet today. Oh, no more internet tomorrow. Oh, I need to go play outside or some such crazy thing. Awkward says, it's just a few mouse clicks to set up if you import existing setup. Okay. We'll work it out. Awkward set this up for me, which is super nice of them. Hey, Dia6, how are you doing? Greetings and good luck. Good luck on the puzzle, huh? All right, last week I hit the roof really hard and I got a lot of stuff done with it. And this week I want to get some of this pink stuff out of the way. So like this, we're missing, like we should be able to spot this piece, but I still can't. We've got a bunch of like little planty pieces that are driving me crazy because there's, how do these fit together? We don't know. They're just crazy. See, this still has a gold edge on it. So you just kind of have to find, I mean, like any other puzzle, it's like, well, where are the edges at? What is this doing? What is that doing? Are they matching the color? Are they not matching colors? That's not. See, this should have, there should be a pink piece with a big old, a pretty sizable chunk of gold on the bottom. We'll see. We got this one here. There's another piece like this. See, there's a bunch of pieces over here that, try and get these gold edged pieces, old gold edged pieces together, but there's so many, and it's really easy to get sucked into that. See, there should be one that has two big chunks of gold on the bottom. Of course, I may not have it oriented right. Well, no. Yeah, that Windows 95 sound always makes me nostalgic and a little happy. It's like, oh yes. Jigsaw puzzles are super edgy. Hey DJ, how you doing? All right, so hello. Nope. I took a chance. Okay, this is pretty narrow. So if there's other pieces, so don't pay attention to the actual. You're great. Good. I just read, I'm sure, oh wait, this might be that piece we were talking about down here. I just read this really sad article about Stan Lee, and it makes me feel, it shouldn't make me feel so upset for a stranger, but it does make me really upset about the whole situation. Have you guys been keeping up on what's going on with him since his wife, I don't know if you guys care about Stan Lee, but I do a little bit because I liked Marvel so much as a kid. Specifically the X-Men cartoon I was really, really into. And I actually read his memoir a while ago just because I thought it would be interesting. Because I'm like, how did all this, like, because he basically invented so many Marvel characters and changed kind of the way the writer's room went. I'm like, what is this guy's deal? So it was really interesting to kind of read a memoir about him. But like his wife died, I think, like 2 years ago, and his life is a mess. You just read Asterix and Tintin? Oh, you just read Asterix. I remember. Okay, so he's the guy, he's the Gaul, right? He's got the horns, he's a little guy, and he drinks that magic, which is probably booze, that magic potion, and then he gets like superpowered. And his friend's like a big guy with a tiny helmet, and he's a tiny guy with a huge helmet, right? There's like a cartoon. Yeah, there was like a cartoon about it, and I know there's a comic. I read the comic as a kid. Some, but it's hard to find a lot in English translation. Like I think my dad got me some, and they're really good. And I think I remember there being a cartoon, but I can't verify that just from my memory. But I remember loving that. That was just really fun. Tintin I never could get into, and I don't know why. I think my dad did try to get me into it. I don't know why. Like as a kid, if I was just like, this seems not my thing, I probably would have loved it now. Sayar. How do you say this? Is Syrayar. The magic potion of strength is sometimes portrayed as steroids. It kind of is. Maybe he's on anabolic steroids and we never knew. No. All right. How are you doing? All right. Hello to you. So these have the same. A lot of this in the beginning is me reorienting myself like, what is where? This is here. It's like they're the same top, but they're not this. They can't be the same because, look, you can't match that up. But it's interesting. Ooh. Yes, that fit. Hey, Ambrosine! Yay! How you doing? All right. Oh, nope, that's exact opposite of what we need. I just completed this roof and I'm super happy. Even though I have nothing to attach it to, I'm just super happy about it. Nope, that's not going to fit there. It's probably not going to fit anywhere for a little while. Sounds like a good time. It sounds like a good way to spend your time. I swear, I'll be so excited when I can solve this murder mystery. It'll feel so satisfying to be like, ha 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 ha. I didn't know who did it, but I figured it out. Anyway, Stanley's life is a mess right now, and I don't know. For the first time, it may kind of set me down a rabbit hole, because someone said that it's like a conservatorship or something that, like, Mickey Rooney. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Like, he's the last thing he did before he died, I think, was Night at the Museum, but he did a ton of movies as a kid with Judy Garland, and basically they said that would, like, change his life because there were so many people trying to get, like, money from him and trying to, like, confuse him and trying to trick him into doing business deals and oh no, that's the exact opposite. I already checked that one. And basically the state of California just kind of set up somebody that was their job to just kind of essentially be in charge of his money and make sure that he was taken care of. And it totally changed his life. So it's interesting to see, like, it's, you think money can get you so many things, but it can't get you once you're too weak to fend off the parasites, it doesn't get you nearly as much as you think. It doesn't really protect you at all. Anyway, that's a bummer. I don't know why I went there. But I've been hearing that he's not been doing well, and then I went down the rabbit hole of, like, this is so sad. I don't know this person, but someone needs to fix this. All right, here we go. No, that's not going to work. Sorry, I'm probably making you guys motion sick with how I'm, like, flipping back and forth here. I'm trying to get it. There's so if you look at how many there are, I mean, there's a lot, but there's so few than when we start off with. I feel like that we can, I feel like that I can make significant progress. I just have to kind of get the right pieces close to each other that I can see that they kind of match up. So I'm kind of just spinning around, orienting myself like, okay, this is here. These look like they might fit here. So it's probably it might be a little frustrating. I don't know. Anyway, back to comics. Do you guys read web comics? I do all the time. I really like Girl Genius. I don't know if you guys have read that or not. It's free online, and they've been doing it. It's a husband and wife team, and they've been doing it for years and years. And there's a ton of free content, and it's super good and fun. It's amazing that stuff. Like, it's amazing how I think it sucks for creators in it's, like, good for creators, the internet, because they can get their stuff out there and they can produce their own stuff, and they don't have to have, oh my goodness, there's, like, a ton of ambulances and fire trucks and stuff going down a road close to my house. Oh, hope everybody's okay. Yeah, they're really loud. Honking their horns too, which they shouldn't have to, but some people don't get out of the way. I don't understand when people do that. Like, if you see a fire truck coming up behind you with the lights on, you're supposed to automatically pull to the side of the road and let them go by. And some people still don't. They're like, oh, well, it's like their lights are on. Like, you need to, like, pull over. What is your problem? What's your prob, Bob? But for some reason they're like, la da da, like, oh, there we go, good. It's one thing if you don't see them, like, I get how that could kind of happen, but, like, when it's very clear, Just pull over, let them go save the life they're trying to save, and then you can go back to doing whatever it was you were doing. Probably not something as important as them saving a life. And definitely not worth you delaying them for any reason. Especially, like, it used to be they could turn on their lights if they want, like, for whatever reason. But now the rule is, like, you can only turn on your lights if it's, like, you're on your way to emergency or you're coming back from emergency and you're trying to get someone to the hospital. Merlin Temple, that drives you crazy, too. Or the people who don't yield to funeral processions. That drives me crazy, too. Because usually they're not too bad. Although one time I got caught in it's a city close to where I'm at, and it was a biker funeral. And I didn't understand what was going on. Like, I didn't realize it was a funeral procession, and because there's so many bikes. And then it was literally miles and miles of bikes. And so we're trying to, like, we're in, like, this, like, inner city downtown. And I'm, like, trying to figure out, like, I had to get to the other side of the city to get out. And there's, like, all these things. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. I'm like, I don't even know. I could sit here for 3 hours. Like, what am I supposed to do? I felt bad, but I'm like, I have to get out of here, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't even understand this is a funeral procession. And I suddenly understood. And then I was like, no, there's just so many bikes. And it's like, you know. But yes, you should yield for funeral processions too. Just let them go. There's nothing. They're like, it's probably one of the saddest days of their life. Don't be a jerk about it. But some people just are about stuff. Like, you're supposed to get, I don't know, we'll just complain about bad drivers for a while. That's fine. We're putting together a puzzle. That's an old lady thing to do. Complaining about drivers is another old lady thing to do. It just fits perfectly together. No, but I hate when, like, so in my state, the left lane is the passing lane or the faster lane. And if you're going slow, you shouldn't be in the left lane. But the other thing is when you have people merging on, then you need to get over into the left lane, and people don't seem to understand this at all, and they try and, like, eat you. And I'm like, I have to be in the left lane. Like, I'm not a slow driver, to be fair. I'm a little bit of a lead foot, and I try not to be because I don't want a speeding ticket. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, people have to merge on. I have to get over. I'm already going 10 miles over the speed limit. I'm not going any faster. There's traffic in front of me. Stop trying to eat me with your car. Like, I feel like, what are you going to do? You're going to smash through me, and then what? What are you going to do then? Like, there's 15 cars in front of me. It's just crazy. I'm like, calm down. Or the worst when people are on their cell phones and, like, looking at their cell phone. I'm like, ah! I don't understand. I'm like, just drive, guys. You don't have to do so many things at once. Use your phone, put your phone in a little magnet thing, use that as a navigational aid. But get one of those, like, you can get them for $5, like the little magnetic thing to put in the back of your phone so you can put it on your car. Or just, like, listen to music. Driving has become more and more like a Mad Max proposition, I feel like. Depending on who's driving. I know they always blame the teens. Like, it's gotten, I think, like, in our state, teens can't even have any other people in the car until you're, like, 18. Like, you can't even have a passenger in the car with you until you're 18. And I'm like, I just remember back when I got my license, and I waited a little bit. I was 17. I wasn't super motivated. I was like, where am I really gonna go? But, like, you'd fill up your car with people and you'd just drive around. Yeah, driving in big towns, I don't mind it. But you just have to know, you're probably gonna go the wrong way at some point. B, you're not going to get anywhere fast, and you're just going to have to accept that. And if you accept that, then you'll be okay. Well, the worst is when you're not familiar with an area and the signage isn't clear, or you're not really sure. I hate when they don't tell you which side, like, they're like, okay, here comes the exit, but they don't tell you which side of the road to get off on. And you're like, should I be in the right lane or the left lane? And there's really hard to switch lanes at that point. Definitely one of the worst places I've ever had to drive through was Washington, D.C. Like, not around, like, the circuit, but, like, in this, it was, like, the worst. Which is our you think the country's capital, they'd be like, oh, let's make this efficient. It's really not at all. It's just terrible. And you're just sitting there for a long time. Yes, okay, I got that one. It's like the worst. You're like, okay, all right. Yeah, DC traffic's not good. I mean, again, you just have to know, like, you're gonna not get anywhere. Like, you just have to accept it. Just learn, you're like, okay, I'm not going to get anywhere, and I'm going to be okay with it. Because otherwise, you'll just go crazy. I can't imagine doing that kind of commute. I think I would always pick to do public transportation. If I lived in a city, I don't think I would even have a license. I have friends who live in New York City, and they don't drive at all. They just don't. They have public transportation. It's not cheap in the city to get like a pass like for a month. It's not like a cheap proposition, but they'd rather do that than drive. You just put the right piece of the puzzle. There you go. Merlin says, I'm from Michigan and I've been about an hour away from Detroit, but I work there and the traffic has gotten excessively worse over the last 4 years as Detroit has really come back in a big way recently. Is Detroit recovering? Because I know for a long time it was like a ghost town. It was not a good situation as far as like jobs and people and stuff and infrastructure. Sorry, I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning. Well, no, I do. It's Saturday and I'm tired. Downtown is crazy busy there. I bet, yeah. The funniest thing, so my husband's from Indiana, and Indiana has about, like, there's nobody out in his part of Indiana, and you'd think it would make the driving better. There's gotta be some, this is like a really specific piece. I'm just looking around. But it makes it so much worse. So, like, because Indiana, where he's at, where his family's from, it's like no one's ever, okay, all the roads are in a grid. There's no, because we live now, there's a lot of hills and stuff, so it doesn't work that way because you don't just tunnel through every hill. Like sometimes you go around. But the other thing is everyone's so used to being able to drive however the heck they want pretty much, as long as they avoid truckers from running them down. And B, they don't really see that many other cars. So there's a couple of places where you can go do stuff, and it's like people, is this it? Yes! And people like flip out because they don't know how to handle it, because when they're on a highway with other cars, like they either drive like 25 miles below the speed limit, which is super dangerous, or they're driving super fast, or like weaving in and out of traffic without using their signals at all. They're like trying to fit into a space which is way too small for their car. It's just, yay, another piece. Yeah, it's a very satisfying sound when it clicks. It's so crazy, and it's just because they don't have experience driving with other drivers. So when it actually happens, they are like crazy insane. Like, I hate driving there because like you never know what the other drivers are going to do. Like, whenever you drive into a different, I don't know if you've driven like across the country or whatever, but whenever you drive into a different area, like there's different like driving quirks, like, oh, they don't signal, or they signal right before, or they signal way before, or they drive faster, they drive slow. Like, there's different quirks. Like, you just kind of, and you're like, okay. But with like that part of Indiana, it's not about quirks. Like, no one knows how to deal with any other drivers on the road, and so they just act totally crazy, and you never know what anyone's going to do. If they're gonna swerve in and hit you, if they're gonna like they can't judge distances, and then you have the truckers who don't want to stop because there's not a lot of hills. They can just keep on trucking, and they do not want to stop for anybody. That is not right. Yeah, this game wins on sound effects, I feel like, because like all the sounds, like even that, like when it doesn't fit, like the sounds are very, I feel like, good to convey what's happening. Like when you have a piece that's not working, there we go. Yes, when you have a piece that's working, you can hear it and it sounds so great. All right, I kind of love this. Where's that piece? I wonder if it's hard to, you can tell with these slats a little bit whether they're the right side or the wrong side a little bit. When there's so much vegetation, it's a little harder to tell. So I don't know if this is the way or if this is the way it's supposed to be. And another one. And another one's gone. And another one's gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, I've made a lot of progress. I'm excited. I'm confident. This is how this goes with this game, though. So this is actually me being confident. I'm confident that by the end of the month, we'll be working on the point and click. I'm fairly confident of that. This game is not a fast game. Although if you got good at speed running it, I bet it would be really cool. Because you would have to you just know this puzzle so well. You would have to be so good at puzzling. Like, you'd have to be amazing. All right, what is this piece is so specific. I feel like it's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. All right. Look at that piece. It's like a big chunk out of the roof. Like, you can see the big gold band on top. So it should be, but it's not. I feel like we should just be able to look at it and be like, oh, there it is. I was talking with someone the other day about like how nostalgic culture is, but I feel like culture has always been like, in some ways, we've always been a little bit nostalgic. Like, when we were kids, we had like Happy Days, which is a show in the 70s and 80s about the 50s, which is only 30 years before. Like, we had Madonna dressing like Marilyn Monroe. Like, we've had a lot of stuff like where I feel like it's similar. I was thinking about that because we're talking about there's now another season of the Roseanne show, which they're doing right now, which actually I thought I would hate, and I kind of like. I didn't watch this show all the time as a kid. I think the themes, sometimes my parents are like, nope, not for you. But I want that to fit so bad, and it doesn't. Maybe this other weird piece we had over here. I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. But I don't know if, like, it could be just nostalgia. I'm like, I'm so nostalgic for the show. But I don't know. Roseanne Barr is sort of a, like, I almost call her Roseanne Arnold because she got married for that, well, not brief, for years and years, and then it didn't go well. She's such one of those people that's like, whenever she's got a lot of mental illness stuff going on, and she's also the kind of person that likes to push buttons as part of her comedy in a lot of ways. Like, I know people are upset with her. I think she's pretty out there with some of her political stuff, but I'm never entirely sure. I'm like, is this how you feel, or is this part of like a show? But anyway, I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I was just arguing with my friend about, not arguing, but just saying like, no, I think I think we make a lot of progress as a culture, or like a lot of things change, and then we have like a panic about it, and then we get really nostalgic for the past, and we kind of rewrite the past to make it better than what it was too. Like, we don't really address like a lot of the stuff that happened in a real way. We're like, oh, everything, this was like, and I'm like, oh, it's also kind of like this too, which wasn't the greatest. Which wasn't the best. All right, here we go. Click, click, click. See, that's, oh boy. So this is a kind of similar, so I'm not always good at judging. I don't know. I always feel like putting together puzzles is a good dyslexia experiment for me because I have dyslexia. And they're not sure why. They used to think it was like neurological, and now they think it might be, well, there might actually be a physical thing going on in your eye, and that's why. But I don't always see, like when you're talking about when things are flipped or mirror images, like I can't always tell like one's different than another one. Like it doesn't, the way it hits. Oh, that looks like it's gonna fit. And I don't think it is, but I wanted to so bad. Oh, but it's gonna fit up here. Yay! Would be the perfect game to keep a child busy for hours, or maybe not. Depends on if the child loves puzzles and has a very long attention span. I think if I was playing this game alone, I would have to listen. It'd be a really good, this game would be a really good like book on tape game. Like I like to listen to audiobooks. They're not books on tape anymore. Who listens to a book on tape? Audiobooks, sorry. I like to listen to audiobooks when I do stuff a lot. Like when I'm doing laundry, I listen to podcasts and audiobooks. And I feel like this would be a great game for that. Because you can use one part of your mind and be listening with something else. But definitely if you're sitting in a silent room with this, I think this would drive you crazy pretty quickly. Whenever they pop up, like when you get a certain amount of pieces together, they give you more media up there, like something else to look at. And whenever they do that, I always find it like the sound is just so shocking because it's been so quiet for so long. And then all of a sudden they're like, it makes this very distinctive like bell sound to tell you like, oh, look, no, that's not going to work. I'm just going to wander over here for a second. Oh, look, we have more stuff to show you up here. And it's so funny because you've just been in sensory deprivation other than these little like weird, sort of like styrofoamy sound and the clicking sound. You're just like, oh, like it's so, you guys will probably tell when, hopefully one will come up. Oh, look at that. We got a click. Yay. And it's just so incredibly shocking. You're just like, what? All right, so it looks like the pegs start. This one has like flat and then pegs, and this one too. So let's see if we can find, do we have any peg parts done? Woo! I'm just kind of wandering. This is flat. See, it looks like it has the start of pegs, which means we're going to have to see like this stuff. I feel like too that these are kind of related because of how they look like on top, and they have this kind of same dip. They have like a dip that's kind of together there. Well, let's see what we can do with this. No, that has pegs on top and bottom. I don't think they... Let's try some of these. Yeah, especially on the platinum level where I'm like trying to just buzz through and get this done. Yeah, the game does not want you to know the pieces. You can hide pieces under other pieces accidentally. It definitely, the game lets you know how it feels about it, which is it doesn't want you to succeed. Oh, look at that. Man. So I can only do the pink for so long because it's just hard. Like even though these look like they're the same, they're close, like the patterns are different enough and the completed pieces are small. There's less of them. It just feels not quite as bad. It's like this. What is going to be on the bottom of this? Is it going to be flat? Is it going to be spiky? I can't tell. And the game likes to win you over through sensory deprivation. It's like, okay, we're just not going to say anything. Now, see, look, that looks like the start of a peg too. So then it feels like there's not enough. Nope, these are facing the right way, so I don't even know what these are doing. Maybe this can hook. Oops. No, this is a different kind. Okay, so it's like a short square. So what is this for then? Dang it. Now I'm even less sure than I was before. Alright, this is a little... Yes! Okay, got that one. Alright, so that's just how it's going to have to be. Randomly. See, this looks similar, but not quite. It's not quite right for that. I don't know why. It's like, this looks like a piece that would fit in. Like, there's something that's got to attach these, and I'm not really sure. Yes! Okay, here we go. Yes! Okay. These, look at this. It's now one ginormous piece of something. Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, I don't know what to do with that, but look at that. Look at that. I don't know what it is, but look at it. This might go down. Oh no, that would be the wrong way. So you can definitely tell with these when they're right up and wrong. Alright, so we've got this. Now what am I going to do? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? All right. This encourages research and experimentation. It encourages just like point and clicks without a puzzle in them. You trying to just put the one thing with the other thing to see if they fit at all. So it's very much of like, I don't know, we'll just keep putting things together until we find something. What is spikes on the side? Does this have spikes on the side? No. What is spikes on the side? Something's got to have spikes on the side. No. What? All right. It's like this is a corner. So it should be like on the right side of something, because look, that's a corner. But what is it on the right side of? We don't know. We don't know. I think I just want this puzzle like solved, and that's not gonna happen. And I'm grumpy about it. I want to be like, I spent enough time here, dudes. My dudes, I don't want to have to do this anymore. And they're like, nope, you still need to. Really? Why? There are a lot of triangles, and they're because of the oops, actually, let's see if we can. It's because of the way the roofs are shaped, but also because they have to fit the windows in there. It's like there's like these triangles look like they would fit, but they're not right for each other. But they're probably like part of them is probably right for something. We just don't know what. Like that is because there's a what's the word I'm looking for? There is a window or a little like whatever that's called that needs to fit in there. You know, that's whatever it's called. That makes perfect sense what I'm saying. That's whatever it is. The thingamajig. The thingamabob. See, this looks like it's supposed to go on top. But it would make more sense on a bottom somewhere, but it's not. Alright, let's see if we can start matching up. Oh, see this? Wait, which way is this? Let's see if we can just start fitting pieces together. Nope. Well, that one at least doesn't fit there. But there's little, maybe, these sort of look like they might match up at some point. And we've got these like just regular square pieces. Let's see if we can find any that don't have any edges and see if we can fit them in there. They can't have any edges on them, and they can't be, they just have to be regular pieces. Just middle of the road. There's actually not as many as you would think of those. See if we can match up any of the pattern on here. Nope, not there. Yeah, all right, so we got one. That's good. Okay, this is also one of those weird little... Nope. Yes, okay. All right, this is working. It's alive! It's alive! Okay. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Do do. Now that we found love. Okay. No, let's look at these. I need to find some more. Okay. Nope. See, that's got a peg on it. See, these over here might be good. Let's put them out. Don't move. I'm just moving them over. I'm just moving them over, game. Chill out. Chill out. Okay, well, first of all, this does have pegs on it. Sorry. I required the mold that require only one piece. Well, oh, here we go. Yes. Okay, that feels good. All right, so we got that in. Now we just have to get some more. Like this looks like. Yes. Okay. There's so few pieces that have any special edges on them that they're easier to find. That's really cool. All right, here like this. There's no special edges on this. I wonder if it fits up here. Yes! Okay. This is so exciting. And it should, like, I have completed games that are much more like frantic and exciting and like all this stuff happening, but I'm like super, my adrenaline is pumping for this. Yes! See? Okay, God. Got it. Ho-ho! Here we go. They said we couldn't do it. I'm on a streak. Yep. Hopefully, let's see. I've got to find some more of those pieces that don't have any special edges on them. They're just middle pieces. I'm on a roll. I'm on a Kaiser roll. All right. Oh, but that's weird. I'm not seeing... See, I wonder if there's like a shape that forms in the middle here. Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of... Does that piece have... Let's see what that piece is closer up. Some of these pieces look like they're going to fit, and then you get a closer look at them, and you realize that they're completely wrong for the situation. So we know... Now I think there's got to be like... yes, okay. Yes, okay, good. There we go. I got that one to fit. Okay, where's the other weird triangle one? There's another one that's kind of angled like that too. That would probably go on that side. Where are you? Where are you hiding? I've probably picked you up 15 times trying to fit you someplace. Yes. Oh, no, you do fit up there. Stop that. I have to get close enough to see you. You should anyway. Yeah, no, oh, not quite. Not quite. Nope, but look how close. Not quite. Oh, man. Oh, man. I was getting really excited about this. All right, what about this one? Huh? Yeah. Oops, nope. Oh, no, that's the same kind as that. Oh, the tabs are slightly different. They're slightly different. Oh, here you are, right? No, that's the one we just tried, isn't it? But maybe it's on this one. Come on, you telling me these don't fit together? I guess they don't. But they're really close to it. See, this looks more... Alright, hang on. No, that's not going to work that way. Alright, crap. So what? This one's a really funky... There's like some funky, weird... Alright, hang on. No, that's not going to work either. Alright, there's only so many of these pieces left. So there's gotta be... Wait, hang on. Nope, that's not going to fit there. Look at how weird this... Nope. Some of these pieces are so odd looking, I'm kind of at a loss for how they're going to fit together. This might work. Let's see. Yes! Okay, we got that one in. Alright, so now where do we go from here? Who can it be now? I don't know why I'm singing that. Nope, these aren't the same. See, these have the little, like, gray edging, and those do not. They just have... Oh, wow, that's a weird looking one. It's not wrong. It's not right either. Let's see. Like this looks like... Yes! Okay, cool. So we've got another tab sticking out here. I've got this weird one. So you just know it's going to be... See, it's because of what they have to fit in there. I don't know exactly what's supposed to fit in there because I don't remember, but I, like, See, that almost goes, but it's not quite. Oh, here we go. Yes, okay. Nice. Okay, we got that. We got this. It looks like the mold of a Christmas tree. It does, because the peak there, the like, Forget what it's called. They explained it on here. I could probably find it for you. The way that's shaped, I can just tell. But I don't know which one exactly. Alright, that's a weird one. We're going to put these with the other ones over here because that looks like. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for, there's some weird pieces that we need to find. So let's bring some more weird pieces over. What about you? You look weird. Let's bring you over here. What about you? You're pretty weird looking. You seem kind of odd as well. Also you. Okay. Let's see. Whoever had to cut this out. Okay, nope, that's not going to work. But it's almost going to work. That must have been driving them crazy. Nope, this goes with these other weird ones with the gray stripe. See, this one looks like it almost works somewhere, but it doesn't quite. It doesn't quite work. Alright. Got this one. Look how close that is to fitting something. It's so close to fitting something. You feel like it should be in here somewhere, but it's not quite right there. This piece right here is such a weird piece. Like, I should be able just to look and see what's going on there. Nope, because there's a big... What's so weird? There's like a tab on this side. What is that? Such a weird looking thing. I don't know. Alright. Oh, there's this piece. This is a weird piece. Oh, this is a... hang on. This goes here. Haha! I found it. Because look, that's the part of the window. I don't know what that is, but this goes with the other weird gray tabs. Okay, this one might work. Oh, come on. You look so close to working. Look at this. That is almost like, look. Oh no, it's not quite right, but it's like the same. It's like that weird hook shape, which I think is something that we need at some point. Here's the other side of the weird hook shape. Still not right. Nope. But also, we're going to need it. Alright, this is so weird. Alright, what else? The bigger piece fears. They just move. Yeah, it fears the smaller piece. I'm afraid. They just move out of the way, which is helpful sometimes and annoying sometimes. Wait, is there something down here I should be? Okay, so those are a little... Like this might actually go down here. Yes! Okay, cool. And where's that other weird little claw piece? Not that one. The one that faces the other way. Yep, let me see. No, not quite. Ah, so close. What about the other claw piece? See, that's not gonna work. So close though, guys. Look at that. Okay, I'm not sure what that is, but let's try this one. I don't know what this is. Okay, so that's not that. See, I don't know. It's another really like specialized cut for this thing only piece. It's like, which should make it easier, but somehow makes it so much harder. I don't know why. Okay, does anything need a gray spike on top? Because I definitely... Nope, they're all complete on the sides. This goes to something completely different. So there's basically a whole roof piece made out of these weird pieces that I have not put together yet, which is sort of terrifying in its own way. What is... maybe this goes down here. It's interesting. Like, the worst thing is when you're trying... See how it looks like... Yes! Okay, I got that. I have one more piece. It just has to have a flat side on it. Not one more piece to finish the puzzle, but one more piece to complete. Nope. I want it to fit, but it's not going to. It's so funny when you're like chasing a big block and it's covering up other stuff and you're like yelling about it because it's moving out of the way. All right, so it has to be a flat. Let me look at this again. It's flat on one side, or maybe has one. Oh, I think I know what that piece is. It has maybe like one peg out of the side. Like this might be it. Yes! Guys, look, we finished this whole big piece. And now we put it, yes! Now we can go put it, I feel good about that. Also, I'm going to, what is what I'm looking for? Oops. No, what did I want to click on here? There we go. It's, save game is Control S. I just want to make sure I knew what that was. All right. Look, we have a whole big section of roof. Where does it go? Yes! We don't have the window that goes to it. We've got the whole big section of roof. Actually, we might have the window. Let's check and see. Look at that. Look at that, guys. We did it. Does this go here? No, actually, this goes someplace else. Does this one go here? No. It's unexpected to put a piece with a very small zoom level. Yeah, the only reason that even remotely worked was because I don't know what those go to, but they're not. Oh, boo. I was so excited. I thought maybe we had that finished, but I guess we don't. All right, so we got this part finished. We just don't have the window that goes in it, but it's really cool. I'm excited about it. Look at that. All right, so we just have to get more of this stuff done, and I'm fine with that. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that piece looks like it's almost half off. All right, look how much more space we have. We have this whole new space. Like, look at this. Look at all this space we have. It's the space. So, these look like these belong together. But I don't know how they belong together. You've got this. These do not fit together even though I want them to be. Even though I want them to work, they're not going to work. All right, where am I covering up any other gray pieces? No, it looks like not. So everything's right here to complete all of these. We're all on one screen, which should be really good. Feels like it's not good, but I feel like that's just because this is intimidating. All right, so let's zoom in. Let's see what we can do with this kind of crazy stuff here. Got a bunch of little... See, we can't tell what that is across. It might even be... Ooh, maybe this. No. I don't know. No, I don't think so. But maybe... No, I can't tell. So we've got kind of these, like that looks like they should fit, but it doesn't fit. I don't know how any of this is fitting together. Insanity. All right, these might put two pieces together. See, but that looks like, all right, I think from my experience, okay, I'm talking over myself, but I think from my experience before, it might be some more of those little triangle edge pieces. So maybe like this. That's how they fit in. Okay, that makes sense to me. Like, okay, that makes sense. And like this. Yep, look at that. Okay, so that's how that's working. All right, I got it. Hey, likes the bacon. You normally saw this game in the software section at Kmart. And good luck on this. Well, I'm doing pretty good. Look, I'm doing pretty good on this. Oops. Look, I got a lot of stuff built. So we're doing good on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We're getting there. We're chugging along. All right, I got another. I know I have a little triangle spot in the bottom. Where is that little piece? Triangle man, triangle man. Holy crap. Well, hey, I've been working on this for a while. I'm now getting into the zone, I think. Hopefully. She said hopefully. All right. There's not. All right, we've got this one here. That's not gonna work. Mistake on typing. That happens. All right. Let's see. That's all right. There we go. See, we're doing good. So that's the bottom. Oh. Maybe this would make oh crap. I don't know. One of these might fit on the bottom. It's probably not this one, but we'll see. Cause look, that's just flat. That's too big for that. No. And those also look like they have spikies in the bottom, so maybe not at all. Maybe I have this completely wrong. I still don't know what this goes to. This is a rounded edge. Maybe it's on the bottom. I don't know what this would even be on. There's a complete square one in here somewhere. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Why? Well, we know if this one goes like this one, there's got to be some more triangles we can put, or like little, yeah, like this. Wait, are they gray edged or are they just regular? No, they're gray edged. Nope, that's not gonna do it. This might do it though. Yes! Ah, I found a space for that weird one. Ooh, okay. Alright, so we've got, that is a weird shape there, but we'll figure it out. Ah, yes. Okay, we got that one. That was a nice piece to put in there, to throw in there. Nope, that's not going to work. I wanted it to, but it's not going to work. I wish it would. All right, that's a nice little piece there. I feel like it's going to be... See, look at that. It's so distinctive. No, I thought maybe it'd fit there, but it does not. It's definitely going to be part of like a opening for a window, but I don't know where. Yeah! Okay, so it's up here. It's right there. Nice. Oh, where's that really weird piece? And I'm always like, where is it going to fit? And maybe it fits. No, it doesn't fit there. But look, it could... Maybe this weird space alien one? No. Space alien. Maybe the space alien one belongs down here. Nope. What about this one? Nope. We're getting there. Hey, rabbit! Alright. This isn't a weird little piece here, too. Yes! Okay, good. We got another completed. So this is its own completed section. Goodbye. You can go in there. Nice. Okay, this is... What would fit? I just saw a piece. Yes! Okay. Oh, so it's like... Oh, there's spikes on that edge, too. That's interesting. Okay, I have no idea. This is like an upper piece that's like a flat top. And I have no idea... Maybe in between some of these guys, these triangles, trying to make a little, I don't know, guys. I don't know the words for, there's probably like official puzzle words for these pieces. I'm sure there's expert terminology, but I don't know what that is. Yes! Okay, I got that. Okay, this is really similar. Nope. Nope. That's a very singular piece. I have no idea what that's going to do. This looks like it actually... Huh, where's that weird F? These look like little... They just look like little failed Fs here. No, I kind of keep wanting to fit them in over here, and they're not fitting. So this has a very... Oh, it's that other... Where's that other weird one that sort of looks like a frog? It's going to be that... It's not going to be this one. I have no idea where this one fits at, but somewhere. I'm close enough, I feel like if I can see it, I can... Why are you hiding underneath there? Stop hiding pieces. Game. Rude. I mean, I probably did it to myself, but I'm going to pretend it's the game. Rude, 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 game. Yes! Okay. So would this be? Not quite. Alright, where's... Ah, here's the one I was looking for. It's another... It's not quite right, but it looks like... Almost. Brr. Brr. Not quite right. Dang it! I got overly excited and it's not quite right. I'm like, I have it. No, I don't have it. I don't have it. Just to be clear. Nope. The angle is slightly on the right. Alright. I can kind of see, there's like, they look like little Froggers from Frogger to me. They're not quite right. All right. That's not going to fit there. That's not going to fit there or there. Oh, here we go. Did I already check this one? I already did, didn't I? See? That's such a weird piece too. I don't know. It's gonna have to hook on one side and then stick out at the correct angle, and I don't even know where that would be. It's definitely not there. Thinking sounds, thinking sounds. Thinking all the way. This is my, I don't know. These have to interact in some sort of weird way. Yes! Okay, there we go. I was wondering if they're, I found it. Like, how are these intersecting? Oh, it's this weird way. This looks like it might fit right there. Oh, come on, look, so close. Not quite right, though. Maybe the other weird failed F claw. It is nice when you put together this puzzle. I don't have to worry about it taking up space. Like on my dining room table where we have no room to eat for like a month. Oops. Nope, I don't want to do that. Sorry, game. Nope. Nope. I don't think. Maybe? Nope. Where are you going to fit at, though? You're so weird. I thought you'd fit really nicely right there. I was wrong. Alright, so... Not right either. See, this looks... What is this? What is this? Oh, you're also covering stuff up. Stop covering stuff up. Okay. There's like, I think there's just one little piece that's going to fit there, and then that one's going to be done, which is the most frustrating thing, because you're like, it's sitting here somewhere. It's mocking me. It's like, ha 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 ha. Here I am. There we go. It was mocking me. Look at this. Ha 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 ha. And away we go. Yes. Okay. Whoa, look at this, guys. What? Okay, so actually this is making it slightly depressing because we only have, look, we just have this little bit here. It's not that bad. We should be able to put these together in a hurry, and I feel like we won't. If we get the roof done tonight, I will be ridiculously pleased. It doesn't fit there, but I keep wanting it to. Alright, so let's see what we can get moving on this. This little end piece still does not make any sense to me. Just gonna stare at these for a second. Alright, let's get in closer. I've got these weird, funky little pieces. Let me look at the pieces that are missing from this. Like, I don't know where this is going here. So I'm assuming it's just a tiny little piece here to finish this off. Because this doesn't look like, it looks like it's interacting with something in a weird way. So I would make it like a really, narrow piece. Oh, I'm glad you're here. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Okay. I still want this to fit, and it's not going to. It's got to be something. Thank you. Thank you for wishing me a good evening. All right. Yes. Okay, so that fit together. Now what? Yeah, you can't stream because you have potato internet. Did you make a video about having potato internet? I'll have to look at that in a little bit. All right. When your internet is literally run by a potato. Okay. Nope. What can this attach to, though? Something it's got to attach to. Yes. Okay, good. That's good. All right. Hey, potato! We know you're behind it all, the potato. It's your fault. Look at this. Look at this. I got so much of this cleared out. Except for the fact, like, I can't figure out these last couple of pieces. It's fine. See, wouldn't that be nice if that fit right there? It does not. It's not either, but it looks like it should. The internet's a line, I guess. Your internet service provider approves of that stream. So it looks like it almost fits. It doesn't. How you doing, the potato? The potato. If I was the prime mover behind the world, I'd do more interesting things than slow down people's net. No, I just meant you were the evil overlord of the potato internet. So You don't run everything, just slow internet. That's what you got assigned. I don't know why. You don't always get to pick the jobs you get. Late dinner. Late dinner is better than no dinner, that's for sure. We had ridiculously warm weather. We've had almost no spring, and then yesterday and today, yesterday was 75, today it got up to 90. It was wonderful, but also ridiculous at the same time. And then tomorrow is supposed to be 50, which makes me sad. The only time Merlin, the only time I've had to mess with my servers is when one of the servers kept kicking me off, like one of the Twitch servers, and then I switched away from it for a little while, and then went back when they fixed whatever's wrong with it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I hope mine have changed, like as far as gotten better in quality, but I don't know. You can sink a lot of money into streaming if you want to, like if you wanted to. It's helpful to learn stuff. It makes things better. But that takes time too, to like sit down and figure stuff out. Was it just today's or the King's Quest one? Oh, for the higher. All right, let me figure out what I'm gonna do. This looks like something weird. It's gonna have like a peg out this way. So let me just see if I can find this piece. Maybe this one? Rabbits going down the rabbit hole. You're gonna find out why this is. And you'll just end up screaming, Soylent Green is people! Yes! Okay. Nice. So this is another completed piece. There we go, guys. It's all Hagatha. Just don't tick her off then. You can watch YouTube videos and not get them streamed as fast as Merle's. That's crazy. Computers are weird things. Internet is weird things. That's so funny. I'm like, maybe this will work. We're almost to that point, but that's not quite it. Yes! Alright guys, we get to watch a video. I don't know if any of you guys have it's been so long, but when you put together enough pieces, you get a new video, and we've got one called A Bad Investment. I warn you, the sound does pop. There's nothing I can do to fix it, but let's watch it. You guys ready? Here we go.
Sir, the toy store has been losing money since we opened it. You're too much of a perfectionist. We would have to sell each toy a fortune to make any money at all. Look at this puzzle. It took you almost a month to build it. I need the money back.
William, this would mean closing the store and selling my house. Where would we live?
My father gave me this money to invest in a secure place.
This is the fiancé who ended up getting murdered.
Neither does Wendy. Now father's in trouble. Only this money could save him. He asked for it back, and now I'm asking you.
And you do not care if you destroy me in the process. That's the kind of man who wants to marry my daughter.
Oh my
I
gosh.
tell you, it will be either the money or my daughter.
Sir, with all due respect, I will have both.
Or neither.
Ooh, grumpy. So, part of the plot is that Wendy's brother brought home this guy, which is that guy, and his family has some money, apparently not as much as they thought, And he invested in her father's business, kind of because he was in love with her and stuff. And then her dad he's not great at money stuff like that. Like, it took him months to make one puzzle that can sell for maybe like $1. So her fiance gets poisoned at some point. They don't know who did it. They claimed at the time like he killed himself, but that's like really unlikely. And her dad ends up inventing something like a type of toy. I forget what type of puzzle it is. It's not like a Rubik's Cube or anything, but that makes them a lot of money later. But obviously Wendy's sad because her fiance is dead. And then now, in the current timeline, someone just tried to murder Wendy, so we're trying to figure it out. But she's an old, bitter lady now. All right. Nope, that's not gonna work. Look how we have so few pieces left. So that was like a clue for us that they had like a disagreement, and that his dad was in trouble and he wanted to give the money back. And then her dad was like, "You don't care if you destroy me," kind of like a baby about it a little bit. I mean, I guess it's upsetting to have I don't know. I guess that would be upsetting, but at the same time, like, don't let your daughter's fiance invest in something that you know is not going to do well. I guess he thought it would. I don't know. I guess eventually it does. It's very unclear on how that's going to work. All right. See, look at this. That's not going to... These should be pretty recognizable, and I don't see them. Is it finally these guys? These weird... Yep. It's time for the weird failed Fs. I don't know what they are, but they look like these weird... They're not quite... There we go. Okay, good. If you ever get the means to move, you're going to the nearest fiber hub. I told you guys before, we keep getting advertisements for Fios all the time, and when I call, they're like, "Oh, we don't do that in your area yet. We're not in your area." I'm like, "Why do you keep sending me how cheap this is? This is very depressing." All right. Oh, this looks like it's gonna fit right there. Yes. Okay. Awesome. Guys, I think we're gonna finish the roof. This is super amazing. We just have all these little weird pieces. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ugh. All right. So, that's not there. That won't work there. That won't work there. This one won't work. Maybe this one's here. These have all got to fit together in complete pieces. Oh, your coworkers who live in downtown Detroit have rocket fiber. We have Comcast. Yeah, that's what I have. Which is not... They're not great to deal with. They also get grumpy about, like... When we signed on with them, they were supposed to have a specific upload speed, and I wasn't getting that speed. It was getting really frustrating. I called them, and they said, "Oh, you care about upload speed?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's why when I called you, I talked to you guys about it." And they switched my plan or whatever. But they're just annoying to deal with. Yeah. Their tech support is not great. Before that, we had DSL, and I streamed on DSL, but only the simplest games in the world. Only like early King's Quest games, and then it would oftentimes just drop frames, and oftentimes not work. All right. Think. So there's a piece that goes here that has a little bit of, see, I wonder. That almost looks like, nope. Yeah, we basically have, it's like DSL and it's Comcast, and that's it. And we get, like I said, we get advertisements for Fios, but there we go, we got that. But then they sort of laugh at me when I call them. Like, no, we're not in your neighborhood. And then I'm like, stop sending me advertisements. Stop breaking my heart. Aw, it was the lowest possible resolution. Aw. Alright, we got another completed piece of the roof. That's awesome. Alright, so now we have all these little bits and pieces here. I don't know what we're going to make out of this. We're going to make something. Ooh, okay, cool. We got that piece together. See, when it's... Oh, so this is like a flat side. This isn't even what I thought it was. Alright, okay. I think this is going to fit right on here. Yes! Okay. Oh, yay! So exciting. I really wish, I know Dish has an option for internet, but I've heard it's terrible. But I really wish if they did some sort of Dish technology for internet that was fast, I think that would be just so awesome. Because then you could, you know, it wouldn't matter how close the nearest, there we go. Another piece. Then it wouldn't matter how close you were to the city or wherever else. It inspired you, so there you go. Adversity inspires to greatness. Alright, that's not gonna work right either. These are some weird pieces that are left. I'm sort of like, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Nope, that doesn't fit there. The monstrous latency, but the extreme data caps. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's not a good system, but I wish they could find a way to make it a good system. Because if there was a, like, just like, I remember when Dish, like when smaller mini dishes first came out, and they like clobbered cable and actually made cable somewhat affordable, because you could get it anywhere. It'd be nice to have that option for, okay, good. We did this. Okay. This seems like a weird... Nope, that's not going to fit there. Is this another... I don't know what... Oh, how is this... Okay, are you going to give me directions on forming 3D sections? I've played this game so long, and now you're going to tell me how to form 3D sections? I'm almost done with the roof. Merlin Temple, you know, we used to have Comcast business service. My husband canceled it and switched back to personal. I wonder if they just never turned it off. Maybe. Maybe they didn't. They're not, they don't seem to care very much what they do. If it doesn't, they're like, whatever. Okay, there we go. This fits there. Okay, we have one weird little piece right here. Let me see if I must have, it's all the way out there. Yes! Okay, guys, look at this. It's so cool that there's so much empty space. It's like, what is even happening? Okay, here we go. This can go here. Look at that. And this can go... Ooh, another fight. Yes, yes, yes. All right, here we go. Another clue.
What is happening to us, Willie? Is it true that you wish to ruin Father and force him to sell the house? That you stole Harriet from Charles?
Oh my gosh.
It was Harriet herself who told me that you confessed your love for her.
No, Wendy. No. That's just the way they see things. And Harriet's lying.
So they're all lying?
Yes, they are.
Why would Daddy and Charles lie to me? Why would Harriet lie to me?
I don't know. Because she wants to get back at me. I don't know.
I need some time to think
It's
about
really
it.
bad. And this guy's supposed to be the American, by the
I
way.
can't live without you.
But his accent's very strange.
Please don't leave. We're getting married next month.
I need time.
She's breaking off the engagement. Yeah, he's got a weird, like, it almost sounds like a maybe French Canadian, maybe not accent, but they keep talking about how he's the American. Like, he's the American and they're not supposed to be American. I'm confused by this. But we finished the roof. Well, that's part of the that's the part you guys missed because you didn't come in the beginning. But that's part of the whole thing is that there's ghosts in the house, like, that we talked to. And that's part of it, is like there's ghosts that we're trying to put them to rest by helping them figure out their murder. So that's why they kind of disappear like ghosts. What's weird is in the beginning, let's put all the roofs up. Wendy comes and talks to us and she seems like so happy for us to like figure out this murder mystery. And then we see her later, like, and she's just like so bitter. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on, game. Yeah, so they disappear like ghosts because they're supposed to be a little bit like ghosts. Where are you supposed to go here? I have to wait for a little... Oh, come on. Is it this on the side? Nope. Okay, where's the next big piece? No, I want... come on. I don't want all those tiny little pieces. Okay, you have got to be here somewhere. Really? Come on. You're like, my accent is coming out. So like in 30 Rock when oh crap, Kenneth, when he gets upset, he starts talking real country. Thanks. Yeah, it is. Thank you, Potato. It is. I feel like it is really coming together. Oops. Boom. There. It's fitting that way. Where are you? If you just kind of get it in the general vicinity and let go. There we go. So look how weird this fits together. Like, it's really difficult sometimes to tell where this stuff goes. Okay, nope. There's got to be another bigger piece. Yeah, like that. Okay, so it's not going to be on this side. You can kind of figure out. Well, when you start to get, the hardest thing about this, is just when you have all these puzzle pieces just sitting there, there's so many options, and you're really not sure, like, what you can even, I don't know where this piece goes. I think is there any more big roof pieces, or that was nope, there's another one. Hey, there's another one somewhere. Where are you? Oh, there we go. Haha. Haha. That's not the same person. You'd be like, I don't know who this is. Definitely. Oh, there we go. So I lived part of elementary school in West Virginia, and I moved a lot as a kid because my dad was in the military. And so there are times where accents can turn on and turn off because I didn't have like a stable... a lot of people say I sound Canadian. That's probably because my mom, she's from Northern New York. And but I don't really have... My accent's not that stable, so it's easy for me to sound more... not really Southern, but more Appalachian if I happen to be around other people, or like if my other relatives in Ohio, more Ohioan. Yeah, you just slide right into it because it makes sense. You're hearing it. It sounds good. All right, so you can kind of see the skeleton of this. I don't know where this goes, but well, I don't know. We'll figure it out later, I think. We'll see. Where are you? You should be just... All right. Fine. Now I'm going to go back in here. And now it's just pink pieces, guys. Just pink pieces. I can't believe I said it like that. Because look at all these pink pieces. Ugh. We got this weird thing too. I don't know how this even happened. Alright, so let me see if any of this fits in here. Because this is like a whole... whatever. Nope. Nope. This is this weird strip. I feel like this itself should be a whole individual piece, but it's not. I don't know what connects to it that they think it shouldn't be. Okay. That looks like it goes there, but it doesn't. I want it to, though. Most of the time, I'm like, I just want you to fit there. I just want it to work. But it doesn't. Alright, let me look at some of this stuff and see if I can see some things I couldn't see before. I'm going to guess the answer to that is no, but maybe. You never know. See, like this piece should be an obvious one because it's got like a little chunk out of the window box, but it's not. It's not a glitching Android on a log, but man, all those pieces are daunting. It's one of those things. I hate all the pink. The unrelenting pink is just so... I don't mind pink in a normal sense, but there's something disorienting about it. So let's see. We've got some of these weird little triangle things. See, that looks like not quite yet. That was so funny with that Android glitching like that. That was just hilarious. I still don't understand how I did that. I just did it. It was fun. It was just like not gonna let me. It would have been fun if it would have let you skip that step. If you could have skipped it's also not an Island of Wonder or Minotaur Maze frustrating. Those are yeah, well, especially when I had to go back into that maze again because I had missed it because I found what I was doing too quickly. That was super frustrating. I couldn't believe I just found it too quickly and that was the issue. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I really enjoyed that King's Quest. That was really fun. I liked that one. I never played that as a kid. The next one I played halfway through as a kid, and then I had a glitch on it where for some reason our sound card wasn't set up right or just wasn't, probably wasn't supported. And there's a point where I don't remember a lot about the game, but I remember there's a point where a cave gave me a clue, but the low rumbly cave voice was so low that I couldn't hear the clue. And I think that one's the one. It's like one of the ones where they don't allow you to put the text up, where you just have to listen, which is super frustrating. And I tried to figure out what it could be, and then I couldn't, and then I just gave up. That's why you draw maps. I did have some maps drawn. I just I got so excited, and it was the beginning of the thing. I just was like, oh, here we go. And I totally missed it. And I hadn't played Seer in a while, and I sort of forgot. Not the necessity, but a lot of games don't make you draw maps the way Sierra does. Sarah's like, this is mandatory. You have to draw this map, or you will never find your way out again. Unless you have like a perfect memory or something. That's not called perfect memory. What is that called? What is it when you have like a memory, when you look at something you always remember it? Also, that seems like a terrible superpower, by the way. Let's look at all these. They're just sitting here mocking me with their pinkness. Is it eidetic? But there's another term for it too. Photographic. Although I'm sure the actual term is eidetic. Or there we go. Merlin and I are on the same page. And is it Merlin or Marilyn? Because I thought Merlin Temple, like that sounded like a temple of Merlin, but maybe I just am dyslexic thinking that. All right, this looks like, See, these are going to fit into the roof. You can see where they fit into that. So they've got to be for like the flat ones and not the pointed ones. Maryland, so is it Maryland, not Merlin? Maryland Temple. What show is that from? I feel like I should know that, and once I hear it, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah. American Gothic. Heard of that show, never watched it. Probably because... Oh, well, hi, Julie. That's nice, too. Yes, we got this. All right. It was only on one season. Wasn't it, it was like, there was a American, it was like really critically acclaimed. I remember that. And then wasn't like am I thinking of the right show? It was like David Cassidy was in it. Like, obviously he was an older adult by that point, but he was in it. Like, took place in the 50s, I feel like. I didn't see the show, but I remember hearing about it. He was the evil sheriff. Yeah. See, there's a time period, too, like, where depending on whether or not we had... No, not the same show. David Cassidy. Oh, why did I think it was the same show? But it does take place in the 50s, right? I'm narrowing this down from memory. There's a time period like where we had cable and there was a bunch of shows I could watch, and then we moved out further into the country. We actually just moved off of the base, and then we didn't have the option of even having cable. And then what I watched went back to being... Oh, Sarah Paulson. Not that I remember. Okay, then why do I feel like I know what it is? Probably my brain's replacing it with something else. Anyway, so it depends on, like, it's so funny, like, whether I could see a cable show or a show that, like, because we didn't even get all the basic channels, like the basic network channels, because they didn't all come up on our antenna. Oh, you tweeted at Sarah Paulson before she got super famous. She commented back that she loved my name. Yeah, because she's in The Handmaid's Tale, right? That's what she's doing now. Maybe I'll laugh if I'm so off with that. Yeah, I had PBS. It wasn't the whole time. Like, it just depended on where we lived. We had PBS. Fox came in okay. That's where I watched all my reruns of TNG and Deep Space Nine. My mom would go to sleep early. Not early, but earlier than me. And she would just trust I'd go to bed. And then when my dad was working late, when he was working nights, he would come home and I'd be watching snowy versions of TNG because it didn't come in super clearly. And it would be like midnight. He's like, why are you still up? I'm like, Mom didn't tell me to go to bed. He's like, go to bed. I'm like, no one told me I had to, so I just stayed up and watched TNG. Ghost Rider. Oh my gosh. That show, yes. Didn't they? Oh my gosh. I remember them airing a terrible, it was like some of the stars of Ghost Rider, but it was like PBS aired it was like a sex ed video, but it was done with the kids in Ghost Rider where they talked about sex, and it was so weird. Like, I remember Mom being like, you should watch this. I think I was like in middle school, and I'm like, no, I don't think I should. Like, I don't really want to talk to you about this at all, ever. And I definitely don't want the kids on Ghost Rider to talk about it either. The potato, the classic children's defense of nobody specifically said. Yeah, my mom would, well, I was probably like a young teen. And my mom, she's like, all right, good night, go to bed. Like, she didn't say go to bed. She's like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, okay, probably early, like at like 9 o'clock. And then I was like, oh, well, no one's here to tell me to. You didn't much care for the slimy grape thing episodes, and my station just constantly shows over and over. Do you guys remember, there were, it was so funny because we had Bill Nye the Science Guy, and then, but before that, I always watched Beekman's World, and then when I saw Bill Nye as a kid, I was like, what a ripoff. I like the mysteries that were things that could, I don't know, actually happen. That involved a ghost. You like your supernatural thrillers firmly rooted in reality. There we go. I remember being bummed when MathNet. Was the whole show called MathNet, or just the one special part of the show called MathNet was canceled? It was very sad. Thank you for being a friend, Skidavy. Hello. Maryland's like, yeah, ignore the fact that there was a ghost that writes them. Like ditch that part. I want a mystery series that challenges me. Square One, yes, and MathNet was part of the show. I love both of them as a kid. Yes, I was vaguely familiar with Dragnet, but not really. And I remember seeing like a bunch of episodes of Dragnet and being like, briefly like, did they rip off MathNet? And then just realizing, no, MathNet was full of parodies, which is I loved, because just like Weird Al, I loved Weird Al as a kid too. Hey, Morwen! Did you notice I slipped in Bill Nye's Adventure Game along with the Star Trek package? I didn't awkward, but just because I haven't opened up everything on it. I got the Star Trek thing working, but now I'm really... Now I need to go look at it and open it up. That's hilarious. Yeah, Dragnet was around the 40s. Oh no, I knew that, but as a kid, like you have that, like you know those dumb kid moments where you're like, obviously, it's a parody of Dragnet, but you have that like dumb kid moment where you're like, wait a minute, and you think like they ripped off my thing, and it's like no, like your thing is doing a parody of the actual thing. You just didn't know that was an actual thing. The Dragnet that was like in the 60s with like Colonel Potter as the other police officer. I always loved those. Like once I started getting into those as a kid, like Nick at Night started showing those. Like I love those. They're so dry and like procedural, but I was like, wow. Look at this scam on how they found a way to charge, use a credit card to run up these bills that never got paid. You only knew about Dragnet because you occasionally catch Nick at Night when I went to my parents' house, grandparents' house. They had a cable TV, but my parents didn't. Yeah, that's exactly it. I watched it when we had cable, and then we didn't have cable. I couldn't watch it anymore. It's weird to think Colonel Potter always looks old. So, like, the guy who played him, the fact that he was on Dragnet, like, in the 50s and 60s, and then he played an old guy that basically looked the same age in MASH. And then he had another show after that. Procedurals can be a lot of fun if done well, and the best part is it's usually all tied up within an hour. Yes, sometimes it's fun to have a sprawling storyline that goes over months and months, and sometimes you're just like, okay, I can't take this anymore. I just want something that's like interesting and wrapped up relatively quickly. I used to like Law and Order a lot. Cause I like, is it Sam Shepard who stars in that? I can't remember any names tonight, and I don't have Google at the ready. But I liked him as the district attorney. I liked all the police officers and stuff. I could never watch SVU because it was too like horrific. Because it's always, I mean, they're all horrific because it's murder, but sometimes like You didn't draw the connection between MathNet and Dragnet until much later. Yeah. The original version of Law and Order, the only one. No. Before they realized they could start cloning shows and making more money. Are we talking about maths? No. Like, just a show about math. I remember, like, there's PBS, like, I guess PBS is still good. I don't know. They have the Call of the Midwife on there. So if you want to be terrified to have children ever, that's a good one to watch. Like, I remember, like, Anne of Green Gables came out and that was, like, a huge thing. Then there was, like, the Tales from Avonlea, which is, like, a huge thing. Oh, I don't want to take a picture of that. Oh, thank you. I want that to be gone now. That's the reference picture. Call of Midwife. Yeah, I like it a lot too. I haven't watched the latest season, even though I think it's on my PBS app. I had a friend. Actually, it was my sister-in-law's, her friend, and she was over her house. So I was at my sister-in-law's house, and we're talking, and she was like, I think like 7 months pregnant or something. She's like, oh, I really wanted to watch the show Call the Midwife. And I just looked at her. I'm like, well, do you have anxiety about having a kid? Maybe you don't want to watch that show. Maybe you don't want to watch it. You're like, I've rolled the dice. I got my money back. I'm not going to go for more. That's why it's hard for me to watch like game shows sometimes. We were watching one, it's called Child Support, and it's Ricky Gervais interviews these kids, and they ask the contestant a question, and if they get it right, they go to the next level, sort of like Millionaire. But if they get it wrong, and the kids get it right, they can get like a save. And this one lady, she was a teacher, and she had $100,000, and she hadn't need the kids at all. She did a perfect game. And I was like, oh, please take the money, because you know it's going to get so much harder after that. And that's like a lot of money. And she's like, no, I've had a perfect game. I'm going to go for it. I'm like, no. And of course, like the next question, she bombed and the kids bombed and she walked away with nothing. And I was like, oh, like, you know. Oh, yeah. You definitely have a full house. If that's like six is a full house. Super. Only with lasers on that. Why are you talking about lasers? All right. All right. I guess that's what's going on. I missed that, and I was like, why are we in lasers? I'm like, oh, okay, lady lasers. There you go. Oh, it's not gonna go there. Guys, I mean, I don't know if you'll be. Here we go. Look, all the roof is done, Morwen. All the roof is done. Now we just need to get all this other stuff, this other mess. I always feel like women's medicine is like back in the Stone Age. Like the way they are about everything, even though it's supposed to be like they're just like, we don't know. Yeah, we can finish this tonight. It's 12. I don't think we're finishing it tonight, but I am proud of myself for finishing the roof. So much of this stuff. All right, so we've got, these look like they're the exact same size. See, all the slats are so similar. Yeah, well, I'm just not a fan. I think it's funny that, like, if it's a procedure guys have to get, that they offer you, like, all this anesthetic. But if it's just a procedure ladies get, they're usually like, here's either lidocaine or nothing. Focus on the pieces. Don't look at the clock. Don't look at the clock, Jen. Get distracted and stay up way too late having fun. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. I remember once having procedure, like, and then afterwards, like, I was like, oh my gosh, they told me to take Advil before. And they're like, you did great. You didn't scream or vomit. And I'm like, why is this not? They're like, well, it's not really worth it. I'm like, really? If people are screaming and vomiting because it's so bad, I think maybe this should be a, like, outpatient procedure where they knock you out. I'm focusing the pieces. Sorry, I get distracted by that. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to talk about ladies' medicine anymore, other than I'm like, they don't know what they're doing. Well, they do, but you know what I mean. Although I don't know, there's not really hilarious vasectomy stories, but my brother-in-law, my husband's brother, when he has vasectomy done, like, he's awake, obviously, and the doctor, all he was talking about was, kept talking about whaling and harpooning whales and traditional, like, tying knots and stuff the whole time. He's like, this is not helping. Yeah, I don't need it to be filled. I don't think that makes anything better. And here come the unfollows. Oh well, it happens. It's so interesting to me that, speaking of that, I'll segue to something else. Twitch doesn't... Oh, that's not cool. Something just fell down outside. Twitch doesn't tell you when people unfollow. Oh, the wind's picking up outside, and I think a bucket's going across my driveway. I'm like, what is that sound? It scared me half to death. But Twitch doesn't tell you when people unfollow you, but they tell you when they follow you. They weren't true fans. But, like, it's weird, like, there's people that'll, like, I'll see, like, 4 or 5 follow notices over, like, a 6-month period. Sorry, that sound outside my window did genuinely terrify me for a second, because I'm like, it's like this, like, plastic falling down sound, and I'm like, what is happening? But I figured it out. No, we're not. I don't think we're getting the temperature's dropping from being like, it was originally, it was 70, like, it was 70 yesterday, it was 89, 90 today, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be 50. So I'm sure, like, we're going to get a lot of wind because all of that air essentially moving around. Like, why don't these fit together? I feel like they should. Anyway, it's a weird thing. I don't know if, like, Twitch isn't following them. Yeah, it was so nice yes, I got sunburned on my back of my neck because I forgot to put sunblock on there, but it was amazing because we've had nothing but cold weather. It was so awesome to have, like, a warm day, and then I'm like, wait, it's going back to being 50? No. Okay, get off of there. No. Well, actually not 50. 50 is still warmer than what we had before. We had snow last week. It was ridiculous. Yeah, that's what it was like. We had snow last week. It was crazy. I'm like, I don't understand what's even happening. What's even up with that? Okay. That's going to go there at some point, but it's not ready yet. Great. I think after the stream I have to, like, try not to be terrified and go pick up that bucket so it stops knocking against the side of my house. Like, I don't live in a dangerous neighborhood or anything, but there's something creepy being outside your house at night when it's dark. You're always like, ooh. Oh my gosh. It's so depressing, like, when your daffodils come up and then a snow comes out and crushes them. And you're like, it's April. This should not be happening. All right. So I've got all these, like, tops for things, and no, they don't fit on anything I've got currently going on. Floridian, yeah. So you're like, oh, you're just worried about the hurricanes and the alligators and the gators. Don't let the gator done get you. Yeah, it was bad for last year for that too. You went to your sister's house a couple times more, didn't you? Because of the hurricanes. All right. You're not worried about gators? I am. Anytime I start going south and I start seeing all the alligators sunning themselves, I'm always like worried. I'm like, they're basically dinosaurs and they just live like anywhere they want to. Because what are you going to do about it? Oh, solar panels? Oh my gosh, yes. You're like, yes. You're not dependent on the grid, so like once the sun comes back out, you have power? Yes. Well, sometimes they don't. That's the part I'm worried about, is when they don't jump back in the water, or they jump out of the water and drag you in. I'm like, I'll take snow any day. I don't want to be dragged into the water by an alligator. That's what I don't want to have happen. All right. I gotta find ones that have pegs on this side. Like, it's weird, there's like this whole thing here. Because people do that when they're not worried about gators, Morwen. Like, people who don't have gators, like, walk next to bodies of water and they don't worry about it. Because the gators can't be there. But if gators are there, then you're going to worry about it. So you guys don't like to, like, if it's you guys have the ocean and then, like, all I know is when you can see them sunning themselves in golf courses and stuff, I'm like, what? No, thank you. And they're big. They're huge. Okay. Oh, come on. See, these all look the same. They're just all like pink with gold on one side or pink with gold on the other side, and they're not distinctive enough. You take special precautions like every other, because yeah, you're used to it. You're like, this is just how it is. You don't get too close to the water. I remember my parents, they live off of a cove off of a lake, and they have a dog, and they have neighbors that come, like, in the summertime they're up there, and in the wintertime they're down in Florida. And I remember them being like, we have to remind ourselves, like, because we freak out every time we see your dog get close to the water, because in Florida you can't do that because the gator will jump out and eat your dog, so you lose a lot of golf balls. Yeah, we don't have gators, we just walk close to the water all the time, so the thought of not being able to do that. So Baby says, in 3 days, Jenna, I've lived here for a year. I have not noticed a particularly menacing gator problem, but then I rarely go outside. Well, that's the other way you deal with it, because of the humidity. You don't go outside that often. But we have sweet tea. It's worth the gator risk. Oh my gosh. So when I lived in West Virginia as a kid, we had sweet tea all the time. Like, you just drink it all the time because it's just everywhere. And then when you get away from it for a while, like for a couple of years, and then I went down to visit some friends. I think I was like middle school or whatever. And then they're all drinking sweet tea, and I had like diabetic shock. Like, I didn't, not literally, but I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot drink any more of this. Like, I feel like I'm gonna like pass out. Like, I feel like there's too much sugar in this. Well, gators need to eat too. Hey, thanks, Snark. Stay inside because it's too hot. So what do people in the South do before there was air conditioning? They just I guess that's why they talk about verandas and porches so much, because you just lay on the porch. Right, Gone with the Wind, I guess. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Instant pit sweat. See, California, when I went out to California, that's the thing I was shocked about. It's hot all the time, but the air is dry, so it doesn't feel as hot. Where in Florida, you definitely feel every degree of that 103 temperature. Dave's mom bought Lipton, which I've only ever had for iced tea, but I'm using it for hot tea. It's not so bad. There you go. Is that a thing? Like, do you use Lipton for hot tea in Scotland? I know there's a specific way to make tea where it's actually stronger, but yes, it's like just gallons and gallons of water. You sort of wonder why anyone, I mean, I guess Disney World, but why anyone settled down. You're like, there's citrus trees and gators. No, it's not a brand. Oh, so she just bought some because she thought it would be good. Okay. I kind of thought that when... So I know when I went to Russia a long time ago, they had loose tea, and they made this amazing tea, this hot tea that was amazing. And it was like, they had like, it was like a copper, not kettle, but like a copper heating system. And they made this amazing hot tea, and it was so good. And then I went back, that was like in the mid 90s. And then I went back, I don't know, like 8 years ago, and now it's all tea bags, and I was super sad. Rabbit, the year-round mud that I don't get used to. There's like a day and a half of brisk, crisp air in October, and then it's rain and mud all the rest of the year. Narc says, Narcan, sorry. A friend bought real English tea from Marks and Spencer for me. Now that I know what tea should taste like, Lipton is not that. Yeah, teas are either good or not as good. It's all you have. You're stuck with it. See, look at this. So there's something over here that looks like it's gonna... See, that looks like... I bet that attaches to one of the windows. But I don't know which one. I don't think they... Like, this is what it attaches in. I'm at the point now I basically like teas that don't actually have that many tea leaves in them. Or they're like green tea leaves. So it's like a peach tea or whatever, but it doesn't taste like there's any tea in there. It's like pieces of dehydrated peach that you run hot water through, and then has like cinnamon and other things in it maybe that make it taste good. There's not enough sugar. This spoon stands up on its own. I remember like discovering the biscuits and gravy at Shoney's, and like what Shoney's even is. I don't even know if they have Shoney's in the rest. They have in West Virginia. It's a big chain there. And they just basically have a huge biscuits and gravy buffet. And that's like, you would go there. Like, I don't know how we lived when we lived there. I don't know how we weren't 3,000 pounds. And you'll just like load up the gravy and biscuits, and you just go back for more. Like, that's would like kill you. That is not tea, Chen. Well, the green tea I get, that's the loose leaf, that's tea. But the other stuff's like dried fruit and herbs and not tea at all. You took Dave to Shoney's once. Did you buy him the Shoney's bear? Because that's a rite of passage. Basically, though, I remember only going to the briskets and gravy buffet. And my dad bought me a Shoney's bear, which I don't know what happened to that. Probably disintegrated over time. Yeah, I don't drink sweet tea anymore. I can't. I kill, like, the sugar puts me into a sugar coma almost immediately. I did when I was a kid in West Virginia. We drank it like all the time. Like I probably was having like 10 cups of sugar a day because you just don't think about it. I still like the taste of it, but when something makes you feel bad, you eventually figure out, oh, I don't want this. Waffle houses. Waffle houses are funny. We have them up here too. And it's one of those things where it's like, I remember realizing like, oh, I specifically say I don't want you to salt my bacon. Like if the bacon's already salty, and they're like, they'll shake a whole thing of salt on it. You've never been to a Shoney's. It's not. I don't think it's great. I don't think there's any reason to go there. I don't think there's no reason to go there. I don't think there's any reason to go there. I don't know what I was doing there with my voice, but I'm like, this is not a good beginning of a sentence. I think if you're a kid or you have kids and you want to feed them so much that they pass out in the back of the car so you can have a quiet car trip, then yes, go to Shoney's. I'd love to go to a Waffle House. People have them, seem to love them though. The potato. I don't know. Like I don't know. They're not my favorite. Your husband thinks they're all awful, but you go to them every time we make the drive to Florida. Yeah, some things are tradition like that, and you're like, why are we doing this? I don't know. They're artery clogging delicious. Every time I go into one, the staff's always arguing with each other and yelling. And there's always a lot of people that are hungover or are currently drunk in there. I don't know why. No matter what time of day. Not like you're like going early morning and it's like the late night bar crowd and they've just found a place where they can sober up. It's like it could be 2 p.m. I'm like, why are half these people hungover and drunk? Or drunk and then going to be hungover? Where are they drinking at 1 p.m? They're coming into the Waffle House. I don't know. Why are we in here at 1 p.m? What did I do? Oh, I let Russ pick the restaurant. That's why. Everything's orange inside. I mean, that's kind of nostalgic. They've really hung on to the orange, and I think it's coming back as sort of like a nostalgia look, and it's kind of... If you're vegan like me, it's like, I'd like the coffee and a hash brown, because that's as close as to vegan as it gets, Rabbit. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's it. IHOP for life. See, like, I'm not a big IHOP fan either. I'd rather go to like a local place. Sorry, I'm yawning, but I'm tired. Just like a place, like a place that was built in like an old bank and has been redone. You live near a 24-hour IHOP, useful when it's late. Yeah, I bet, because you're like, where else are we going to go? Oh, look, that looked like maybe it'd be. I'm so lost in this pink. I did so well. I finished up all the roofing, and now the pink, I guess I just need to try... I was trying to line up those gold edges, but that's too common a thing. I did get some over here done with that, but that's it. I've got all these little, like, these little things, too, and I'm not really sure where they connect with anything else. Like, look at this. Why isn't this a piece all on its own? It's literally outlined. Used to go to Denny's all the time in college. When you're drunk. Bob Evans down on the farm. Bob Evans food mystifies me. Like some people, like I have relatives that like love Bob Evans and they campaign for it anytime we go to visit, and I'm not a fan of the Bob Evans. Don't blame me. Russ says which is true. My husband says I'm impatient. Like, if I'm getting something that I feel like shouldn't take that long to make and it's taking a long time to make it, this is why I can't eat at Friendly's anymore. I get like, nope. I'm like, I'd rather go home and make it myself than deal with this. Yeah, Bob Evans, it's not the worst. But like when you're thinking about spending, like I hate to spend money eating out unless it's like, it doesn't have to be expensive food, but it needs to be like good food. Like if I'm eating out, I want it to taste like something, if that makes any sense. I'd rather eat at home and have like a yogurt out of my fridge than go to some place and like spend money on something. I'm like, it's okay. See, Cracker Barrel is a real dividing line. I don't like Cracker Barrel breakfasts are good. I don't like Cracker Barrel dinners, but I like their breakfasts. They have some good like egg and pancake combos, but they're like a lot more expensive than any other breakfast place almost. Bob Evans sounds kind of like a Cracker Barrel. It's a less posh Cracker Barrel is what I would say. A little more run down Cracker Barrel. Their gift shop is really fun to walk through. And they have a cool like lending situation with their books on CD or audiobooks. If it's breakfast, it's fine. If it's dinner, like I'm always like, Again, I'm just cheap like that. I don't want to, like, I'm like, I would rather cook at home. Russ always teases me. He's like, you just want real. He's like, because I'm like, I just like, I don't know, like I like real vanilla, not imitation vanilla. And he's like, you can tell that? I'm like, sometimes you can. Hey, Cheddar Man. I don't know. Also, if it's so carby that I want to pass out afterwards, it's not good if it's like 9 a.m. and I'm like, I just want to go take a nap now. I'm going to go take a nap now, okay? I know I'm supposed to have a bunch of stuff to do today, but I'm going to take a nap. How's it going, Cheddar? Do you say roofs or roofs? I say roofs, but then spell check wouldn't let me put that. I kept correcting it. So I say roofs. I don't say roofs. You say roof singular, like it's singular and plural. So roof for the whole roofs. Roofs. Yeah, I say it with a V. I just call them house hats. So when you call up your haberdasher and say, I need a new house hat, please. My house hat is leaking. I need you to fix my house hat. Don't be surprised if the bill comes out a lot higher than you're expecting. You're rustic and you're vernacular. It's colorful. You're a colorful character. All right, guys. I'm super proud, Cheddar Man. I got all the roofs. Or roofs. It's Dutch. Awesome, Narcan. Oh boy. Oh, Maryland. Okay, so Maryland, formerly known as Merlin. The reason why I'm not an affiliate is because the paperwork you have to fill out. Like I could sign up to be an affiliate. I'm pretty sure the paperwork I have to fill out kind of has to make this a business a little bit, and also add whatever I get as like income, and it would screw up my tier on my health insurance. And there's no way. I mean, you guys are super generous and kind, and I love you. And this is I'm not going to. But there's no way like I would ever get enough subscriptions and donations to cover the difference in the tier of my health insurance. And that's why I'm not signed up with it, because I don't want to screw up my tax return and like screw up the tier of my health insurance. The only other word you know is not appropriate. There you go, Morwen. How Jen got her boobs back. So that's why I've actually had other people ask me before because they wanted to throw bits at me, which is super sweet, and I would love to take them. But I don't want to sign anything. You know how I guess you know how you deal with a troll named Morwen is you make her a mod, and then so that's why I feel like I'm not I had someone get a little bit like not upset, but like, well, don't you think affiliate's important? And I'm not saying it's not. I think it's cool. I just I don't want to screw up my health insurance situation because I can afford what I have to pay now, but if it goes up. See, Morwen got dared to. Yeah, anyway, you know how it goes with health insurance in the United States. It's weird. And I get, I'm on a certain tier because of my income. So unless I make a big income jump that can help cover that, then I'm kind of where I'm at. And I like having health insurance that I can pay for. I laugh like, only you guys know what it means. I remember I had a friend, I had a roommate briefly in the summertime at college she's Korean, Emily, and she used to always complain. She's like, everyone wants me to teach them how to speak Korean. She's like, but they only remember the dirty words. She's like, they only ask me what the dirty words, and they only remember the dirty words. She's like, they don't remember any of the other words. They're like, yes, your true name is a troll named Morwen. Maybe. But she would get so mad. She's like, they don't really want to learn the language. She's like, they just want to know new ways to swear and say dirty words. Follow me and make you an affiliate. I can't afford health insurance anyways. You have to figure out a way to get your streaming situation to work there, Rabbit. They give you all kinds of... It's sort of funny to see, like, when they switched that up and they started giving you, like, basically, like, little goals to meet. It's funny. Yeah, like, you have to... There's all kinds of different things. It's so funny to see. They're like, oh, you met this goal. Talk is branch in English. Now, Dutch is complicated because I know, like, Swedish and Norwegian are both, like, super complicated languages. Is Dutch like that in Archon? All right, what am I doing here? See, look, if I could just figure out what goes here, that'd be nice. I don't even know how I got these hooked up. At least you need to go back to making episodes and putting out premieres. That's helpful. It's helpful that, like, I like that they let you do that. I don't like that now it seems like you can only do that you can only get uploads to show if you've premiered them. But it's kind of cool you can do that. It's the pink menace. It really is. There's so many, and I'm looking, and there's so many of the angles that are like the same. Because the angles at the top of the house are really similar. All right. Let me pull up the picture again. Let me see if I can. It's hard because you kind of have to look at these windows and see what you can see with them. So you've got this one should be a little square. See, that looks like the gold part that goes at the top. Yeah, it used to be you could just publish, like Rabbit, it used to be you could just publish it and it would not make it live. Now you have to make it go live. Just as similar to German and English, or like similar level. You can do that. You used to be able to, Marilyn, but I can't find the option now. I used to know how to do that. You did that recently with a Fortnite stream that got interrupted. I'll have to check again, but when I look through it, it wouldn't let me put it. It would just say, like, when are you going to premiere this? When are you going to premiere this? And if I didn't, then I could see it being up there, but people couldn't see it unless I premiered it. So these are all little, it's too much pink. Too much pink. Well, it doesn't, Twitch isn't great at, they're not great at explaining what they're doing. They'll like kind of just release something and then everyone has to figure it out on their own. Like they're like, hey, like we're doing this new thing. Like they'll say like, oh, look at the blog, but I've read the blog and I'm like, this does not help me figure out what you're doing here at all. It's like, wait a minute, how does this too late. You just kind of have to wait for someone else to play. See, this looks like it's going to fit here, and it really isn't going to, but I want it to. And there's this weird thing here. So we have this stuff that I feel like goes together with some of this other stuff, but it's just like there's so much that's similar. So I think this gets capped off at some point, but how is this not its own piece? Oh, interesting. But are you sure, like, Marilyn, are you sure that people can see it? Because when you upload it, it like would like locked it until I premiered it. Like I uploaded a bunch of videos, but they locked them until I premiered them. So I literally had a week where I had a video going on in the morning every day for a week because I'd screwed up and forgot to highlight a bunch of my stuff. So that was the weird thing with that. It was... Maybe it works, but mine, like, it showed, like, a locked symbol, and it's like... But they also do this thing, too, where people will have different stuff they're seeing, because some people will have the newer one, some people have an older one, some people will have, a beta version, and they don't really tell you what they're doing with that. Languages are cool. I don't have talent for them. My mom and dad, like, my dad has so he's great at pronouncing German, and kind of like figuring out the grammar, but he's not so great at vocabulary. And my mom was always great at vocabulary. And so when they were stationed in Germany and they were dating, my mom would tell my dad like what to say and he would say it and they'd be like, oh, he sounds great. But if my mom would try and say it, they wouldn't understand her at all. Well, looks like it would play. I can't get over there. I have to uncapture my mouse, but that's interesting because when I did it for my videos, it would not. I wonder if they changed it up since then because people complained. Sometimes they like to force you. I'll have to look at my video manager. But sometimes they like to force you to use their new services when you're like, I don't want to do this. I had so many. I'm so spoiled because with the roofing thing, I had so many fitting together. And I was so excited about it. And now with this, I'm like, oh no. There's too many. See, this looks like a little... It's got to fit on something. See, it could be. So they're all about two pieces together. They all kind of need to have these little caps on them. Finish is complicated. Yeah. Well, if it's a Latin language, it makes it easier because they have a lot of similarities. So I'm told. But yeah. So I don't know. Now I have to go back because now I want to see if I can do that on my own. And it was just like a weird thing where they wouldn't let me. Because I'd rather not premiere stuff. I haven't had to upload anything lately, but I'd rather not have to premiere it. Because then I feel bad. Like if I'm not doing as intended, like as an actual event, then I feel bad if people are stopping by and I'm like, I'm not there. This is just a thing. It's just a normal stream, but I wanted to get it up on my stuff. All right. All right. Yeah, you can post a joke as long as it's not inappropriate. Narcan, that's fine. If it'll let you. If it won't let you, I'll figure out how to open that up. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm angry that I can't figure this. All right, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I can make a little box and lock it down here. I'm just going to just do it this way. I'm going to throw everything that has greenery in here. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Thank you, reference picture. No, thank you. Get it off there. Thank you. Can you post a link? Yeah, you can post a link. That's fine. Go ahead. I was figuring something out here because I was getting frustrated with what I want to do next. Nothing to do with you guys. Yes, that's fine. It should. If it doesn't show up, tell me and I'll repost it. Okay, so that has a... Oh, that's not... What is that? That's not a greenery piece. Yeah, I'm just going to throw all of these little greenery pieces in here. The little ones, not the big, huge ones, because that, obviously, I can come and find that later. Maybe that'll help me kind of match these up, because we have enough space now that I can actually throw all of the greenery pieces together. Whereas before, it would just mix up with the other pieces and get more and more confusing. Okay, here we go. We'll see. There we go. Get on in there. Make sure I didn't miss any over here. Well, this is these, I don't know what these weird gray pieces are. I don't know what they attach to. Okay, get down there. Okay, here we go. No! Why aren't you... There we go. Because you're just being a butt, that's why. There's no other reason. Yep, you need to go in there. Because that's the only distinguishing feature on some of these, other than like a little gold on one side or the other side. So maybe I can put those together and it'll help me. I don't know. This is like the end stretch with this stuff. Like if I can get some of these pink walls put together and finish it up, oh my gosh, it'll be so amazing. I'll be so excited. I actually want to solve the mystery because they've thrown a couple of like monkey wrenches into the works with what we've seen so far, and I've been like, oh, it's obviously this, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's not. Oh my goodness. I hate jump scares. I am not good at jump scares. See, that looks like that would fit, but no, it's not. I'll put that down there. Greenery stuff. Greenery stuff. Greenery stuff. Greenery stuff. That piece is 100% green, I guess. You hate them too so much. Well, I get like, I think I get a lot of adrenaline, like when something's really scary, like way more than normal. And so it just leaves me hyped up for so long afterwards. Like, I feel like I need to fight a bear or something. You swear a lot playing jump scare games. Okay, up this one's right here. You think that I would see that? Robert says, I'm not sure how the VODs fit into Twitch's existing infrastructure. Like, maybe if the videos were longer, where people had more time to see them, but then recording sessions would have to be massive because of how much you cut out editing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Twitch is really I think they're trying to obviously compete with YouTube in a lot of ways, but they're different. They're a different idea than YouTube. Like, I don't think I would have any followers on YouTube. Well, I know I don't have. I have like 10 subscribers on YouTube. But because it's a totally different, oh, that one there, it's a totally different situation. Plus, so like the total advantage of Twitch is that almost everything is live, and that kind of gives you a built-in audience. Like, so does Jen. I swear a lot we're playing jump scare games. Since we haven't really played any, I don't know if I've really ever played any. I know I've had jump scares in movies, and I'm like, I'm done. See ya. All right, let's open this. Will this work? I think this will work just fine. What was I going to say? So I don't know what they're doing with their current model. And you know, YouTube just ticked off a bunch of their content creators because they changed without warning the requirements for monetization. So Morwen is imagining what it would be like if I was swearing all the time because I was screaming from jump scares. Alright, so we got all of the, like, we have space to work with these now. They're just all a bunch of greenery stuff. Like green over here. This is a weird one. Crap and weasels, Jen and jump scare. Crap and weasels! I feel like my mother-in-law. She grew up in a family that swore all the time, but then later in life, like specifically when she got out of the house, she decided not to swear, but she still had an instinct to swear. So like, she would say stuff like, "Fat chickens, you turds!" Like, she would like try and control. She'd try and like come up with something. It would be so funny. I sometimes tend to swear or speak foul language, but I found homework and speak freely is in Australian streams. Probably, yes. I remember babysitting for an Australian family, and I was like, the kids would say something, and I'd be like, oh, and their parents would just not react at all. Swearing was not a big deal to them. All right. All right. I did just get a piece. That was exciting. So if you leave a message in a video, it notifies you, so it allows you to reply. That's kind of cool. Rabbit says, like, the follow system and ad-based bit currency and all that would work fine for VODs, but people expect live atmosphere and suffers when you don't have that. Yeah. I think Twitch should just continue to go with its strengths, which is like live. Even though it's fun to do VODs and stuff on there, I just think that the way how this is set up is just, oh, look, wow. So if I put this stuff together, oh, come on, look, that looks like it should go together, but not quite. Oh, so aggravating. I just think that's their strength. I know that YouTube has live stuff, but it's still like, it's so massive. And they're not all, ooh, that's good. I got that there. They're not all geared towards gaming either. So that's the other thing with YouTube. What's up with Twitch's like message system? Like they don't notify you when you get messages. Like they like whispers and stuff I can see, but like messages I won't see until I actually check, and I'm like, oh, I got that a long time ago. Well, I guess that person must have talked to me about it live because I never got that message. Yeah! Alright, so this is really working. Whoa, look at this already. Nope, not quite. Not quite. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon! I still can check my message feature, so I don't know if they did or didn't. I checked my message mailbox. Well, this is a couple of months ago. And I was like, oh, I never got this. I think actually I did a message from DS in there about something. And I was like, ah, sorry. I didn't answer this. I'm not a terrible person. They just never notified me. All right. That looks like it would fit too, but it doesn't. Oh, look at all these little pieces. I don't like when I have pieces all the way over there. So maybe they did. Maybe they just took away the whole feature. That's interesting. They never really used it. Like, I think Whispers kind of took over from it anyway. Although I did feel like, I think, wasn't it more when I did it to you where I whispered at you and I didn't realize you were alive for some reason? Like it didn't show up and I was just intending to like leave you a message for later, and then it like went on where you were streaming, except I wasn't in your chat at all. Yeah, definitely if you're Creative Rabbit, you could figure out a way. My time is always, I'm not gifted computer programming wise in any way, or even, I understand how to work a computer, obviously, but I'm not like the kind of person who can figure out how to integrate all that stuff. I just don't understand it. And like learning it takes a lot of time I don't have. So I'm always limited by time. Yeah, that was a while ago. But yeah, I thought that was really funny though, where I was like, oh yeah, this is the shortfall of Whispers. Like if you're just trying to shoot off a message to somebody really fast and you're not paying attention to whether or not you're online, you can kind of derail their stream a little bit. It's always interesting with like Whisper. Like I'm not a big fan of Whispers and I don't mind it, but it's hard because always like I don't know. I'm like, are you I've not gotten inappropriate ones, thank goodness. But like I'm always like, I don't know. Are you saying this in Whisper because you don't want me to say anything, or because like you don't? I don't know. I get confused. I'm like, just tell me in chat. It was fine. That's because you're so chillax, Maureen. I'm not always up either on Twitch protocol, like not that I'm rude, but I can be accidentally rude, I feel like, on Twitch because I don't always understand or don't always know about like the protocols, like how you handle stuff or not. They used to, I think pre-Discord, they used to use Whispers a lot more. Sometimes I will get them, like someone will try and tell me something about the game and I don't want them to Whispers. But a couple times that people talked to me and I realized they were whispering at me and I was answering them. I don't know, it was weird. I was like, yeah, I have turned that off before. I haven't had a problem with it anytime recently. But it's one of those things where I was like, that's an interesting, like, social dynamic there. Mods use it to notify the streamer if they intend to ban or time out people. Yeah, that's helpful. We haven't had to do... I don't think I've had to... We haven't had too many of those problems in my chat. And I'm not saying that to stir up trouble, but we haven't had too many problems with that in my chat. We just haven't, and I appreciate that. Because I really don't like getting into that. For stream avatar commands. Oh. Alright. Like, these are literally, the piece should be here. Like, this should not be this difficult for me to figure this out, but it is. Nope. It looks like it would fit right there, too. Like, look at that, but not quite. And you tend to fall asleep on the job. Well, you work, and also it gets late. I stream late. For a long time, I didn't have any mods. I don't remember why I made you mods, but I think there was something that happened. I'm like, I need I need more and Skadave to be mods. Rabbit, she modifies that statement to let me know that she's not issuing a challenge. I know how people think. I'm like, no challenges are being thrown down today. That's so funny. You see two pieces that you think fit together, but it's not like you can tell me. Who was trying to tell me? I think it was DS was trying to tell me. They're like, this one is driving me crazy. All right. And there's a delay too, so you can yell like, there it is. But by the time I see you say that. Aw, thank you, Morn. I know you guys got my back. I feel like most of chat's got my back, which is good too. All right. Oh, all right. It's hard, yeah. There's no way, and it's not like there's any way for me to know. See, it's hard with the slats if they're not super, if it's sometimes difficult to tell which way they're supposed to go. No way that's gonna fit. Nope. Rabbi, I keep saying for this game she needs that plugin that lets us draw on the screen. Then I could send it to you, Jen, so you can see if we're circling. There is one of those plugins. How does that work? You guys just, like, does it just send it to me? Like, that's interesting. Like, some of the plugins have looked really cool. I've looked over the list. Some of them are super game specific, but some of them like that, it sounds really cool. That's something I need to, especially for this game, I need to look into setting up. All right. Yes! Okay, they fit together. Was that it? Was that it? Was that the one? No, I think it was like this. Nope. Hey, no, but it fit together. Hi, Bumblebee Bat. All right. Hopefully you'll finish before we need that plugin. Doesn't mean I won't play. There's others in this series more. Okay, so we got this one. There will always be more games. There'll always be more. Okay. Think how handy. Oh, I would have been like, no, stop drawing arrows around the Minotaur maze. Does that big long foliage piece not fit in with the half-covered foliage piece? Are you talking about this one and this one? They look like they should fit together, and they may fit together farther down the line, but I don't think they fit together here. Like, I keep trying to make them fit. I feel like they do, but oh, creepy. Stop that. Stop that. I don't want to look at the room. No, not that one. Oh goodness, you mean this one here? There's so many foliage pieces. It's all foliage. It's all foliage. It's all foliage here, guys. Oh wait. Can I flip this? Nope. Nope. This one goes into what one? Big. Like, this one does not fit with this one, even though they probably, again, like, they look like they will. I think this probably goes this way. Maybe not. You tried it. I tried it. It didn't work. Bummed me out. There's this piece. Maybe this piece goes on this. Nope, this piece might go. See, look at this color. This color looks like... Nope. Yeah, it bothers me too because it looks like it should work. Later, if it works, we can yell about it. Sometimes, there's been a couple times with pieces, I felt like the game was like, oh, you don't have them lined up exactly right, even though I was really close. See, this is more of this weird, like, peachy color too. Like here, I don't know. Feels like it should work. It's not going to work. You would flip this table. You would She-Hulk it out, right? Sorry, my chair's popping. Yes. Okay, I got this piece out of nowhere. Yay. The other thing, because I didn't put all of the... I just put the small individual ones. I didn't put all the things they could hook into. What board game did you play that you won? Like, this looks like maybe. Let's bring this over and see what fits on this. Because this looks like... Nope. I got all excited about that too. Quest for Infamy's on Tuesday. So I do Indie Tuesdays. I kind of keep forgetting to label them as Indie Tuesdays. So I do Indie Tuesdays, and that's why it's on that day. Oh, you lost by 2 gold, but what game did you play? So look, this should fit something over here. Nope. See, nope, that's not going to fit. But I wanted it to. Oh. See, look, they even have that weird angle thing, but it's not quite right. Camel Up. A camel racing board game. I feel like I've played that game before, but a long time ago. It's like, are you betting on the camels? That's what I'm trying to remember there with that one. Oh, look how weird this one is. That is a weird little piece. Nope. They match color-wise, but they don't match. Ah, yeah, that is a fun game. Small World's one of my favorites. I really like that game a lot. And the camel stack, yep. And you're trying to bet. So you're trying to hedge your bets. But I'm terrible at gambling, so I'm not good at that game. Sometimes I think I've won it once before, but it was a total, like, I don't know how I won that. It was like other people played terribly, but I haven't won it since. So it's good you were really close. Okay. They always win because they're good. Well, all you have to do is get them to keep playing the same game enough times that you catch up. And you're like, okay, I know how to play this. Sometimes, though, you can get beginner's luck and really, ooh, that looks weird. And really knock it out of the park, too. Nope. They're the same color. They look like they should go together. Here I thought this was going to help me, and it really hasn't helped me all that much. All right, let's move this back into here. Let me pull another big piece over quick. Oh gosh, guys. Let's see if we can get this over there. I'm like, why am I so tired? Well, it's super late. That's why I'm so tired. Where are those two? Yeah, these pieces right here. Oh, interesting. Nope. Nope. No, it isn't. It is for me. All right. Crap. I really thought I would have more of this, but oh, maybe this will fit here. Nope. This will fit here. Yes. Oh, that's weird that fit. Okay. All right. So, huh. That's interesting. These are not the clocks you're looking for. Finish this puzzle. And why am I looking at the clock? Because I'm wondering why I'm so tired, and now I know. Look at that. All right. All right. Well, let me quick. How do I say this again? It's Control S. Let's save it. I'm gonna save it as I leave. Guys, I don't know. I think we made a lot of progress tonight. I got all the roof done. I got some more of this stuff done. This is just a matter of time and getting my options. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here. And getting my options narrowed down. So, you know, that's good. That's all good. So let me go out the door. Make sure I saved it. I know I did, but just in case. So I'll be back on Monday with Space Quest, and then Tuesday with Quest for Infamy, and then we'll see. I gotta put out a poll about what to play next, so be watching for that on my Twitter. Thank you guys for being here. This is so much fun because of you guys. Otherwise, it would just be me sitting in silence putting together a puzzle, which is not as fun. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being so supportive and stuff. I really appreciate it. Get out of here. Let that quit out, and then there we go. Did what I wanted to do, I think. Oh, there we go. Did it. All right, guys. Good night. Play Star Trek. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.